Welcome to Geek Speak Live. I'm your host, Todd Bailey. Joining me on the podcast tonight.
Wait, comes on the pots and pans. Hello.
It's good to be back, buddy.
Yes, thank you for sticking around.
We didn't do a show last month because you were sick. You were dying of the dreaded man flu.
I was.
He's over it now, kind of. If he coughs through the show, just forgive him, folks. It's still there, see. I was dealing. My dad was in hospital, in and out, so we couldn't fit in a show last month.
Yes, I've been crook since the start of last month.
You have been. I mean,
still coughing.
I caught up with you the other day, and I still thought you looked like death warmed over.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate
that's a compliment. 'Cause, I don't know. Depending on how death is drawn in comics, he can be pretty cool, or he can be a little goth chick in Sandman. That death was a little goth chick. Not that I'm saying you're a goth chick, buddy. I
can only hope, right?
I just had a horrible image of you with the black lipstick and the eyeliner and everything else.
And just the black hair cut over.
We've got to do a image mocked up of Ginger as a goth. That would be fantastic. Hope you're all well out there. Look, we're going to kick it off with some cool stuff tonight. We're going to talk about Free Comic Book Day is this Saturday at comic shops around the world. This is like our 22nd year of doing
Far out, man.
As Kaboom. There's been 2 years. One of them was COVID, where we couldn't run the event, and there was another year a couple of years ago where we didn't run it. And so it's back. We're doing it. We've done it the last couple of years. This year, look at this fat stack. This is just the titles, a whole stack of different titles. Man. These are all, and I'll show them soon, that we're giving away at Kaboom Comics this Saturday. Be in 8:30 until stocks run out, 8:30 a.m. until stocks run out. As far as I know in Queensland, there is the fantastic guys, James and the crew down there at Comics Etc. in Brisbane are running the event, and us here at Kaboom Comics. As far as we know, they're the only stores in Queensland doing it. I'm not sure about Rob and the crew up at Millennium, up in Rocky, if they're doing it. I haven't seen anything, but if they are, if you're up that way in North Queensland, maybe you can go and check them out and see if they're doing something as well. But I know for Southeast Queensland, out of the comic shops that are in Southeast Queensland, it's Comics Etc. and Kaboom Comics, your local comic shop, doing Free Comic Book Day. Now, this is the weird thing too. When I show these, you're gonna go, Todd, that doesn't have Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah, what happened to the Free Comic Book Day logo? The blue one with the rectangle.
It's there on the books that are distributed by Luna Comics, right? So there we go. I'll hold that up. That is, by the way, that's Conan Tides of the Tyrant King. That's one of the giveaway comics for Free Comic Book Day. And see up the top there? Clearly can see Free Comic Book Day, can't you, Ginge?
Can.
But if I hold up Marvel's offering, and you get a look at that, that's the Alien, Planet of the Apes, and Predator book that is coming out from Marvel that's up for grabs.
I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the logo.
That? It says Comics Giveaway Day. That's not fair.
Hang on.
And this is going to get confusing for a lot of people. So what happened when Diamond went bankrupt? We've spoken about that on the show previously when Diamond Comics, the worldwide comic distributor, went belly up last year and got sold off. They owned, because they were one of the main driving forces behind Free Comic Book Day.
Right.
So those assets, the name, the logo, the IP of Free Comic Book Day were part of the asset sell-off. So another firm has kind of another company's got hold of it, and they're working with Luna, and they went, we want to keep this thing going, we want to do it.
Yep.
So all the companies that Luna Comics distribute, DC, Image, Titan, all those kind of companies, they went, cool, we're in, let's keep it going. Marvel and Dark Horse and all that went, hey, yeah, we want to be part of this too. And Penguin, because Penguin are the distributor for Marvel and Boom Studios and Dark Horse and that.
Right.
They turned around and went, no, you're not. No. So they had to create their own branding for
sort
it.
of umbrella that everything's under, yeah.
So they've called it Comics Giveaway Day. Okay, you can see the logo up there. Comics Giveaway Day. Doesn't quite have the same ring to it, does it? Right? I mean, it's not a bad logo, but it doesn't really stand out.
Look, honestly, it looks like the Temu version of Free Comic Book Day. To be honest, to be honest.
So stores aren't going to run two separate events, right? The vast majority of stores are going, we're calling it Free Comic Book Day. Yep. That's just what it is.
Yep.
Some stores have assets, they roll like banners that they just switch the date out on.
Yes.
Because it's always the first Saturday in May. So they just have a thing where they change a thing over the date every year.
Yep.
So they've invested in this kind of thing. So stores have just gone, nah, that's what it is. We're calling it Free Comic Book Day. Some stores are going, no, we'll call it Comics Giveaway Day. And it's like, God bless you, good on you. But yeah, so here at Kaboom, we're just calling it Free Comic Book Day. Look, there are some great books, and I want to point one out. This is a Free Comic Book Day book. It's from Image Comics. They didn't even bother putting a Free Comic Book Day thing on it at all. They've just kept it plain. This is called Decidium. And it's Decidium Omens. And it's from the writer Ram V, who's done a lot of work at DC with Detective Comics, his run on that.
I was trying to see if I've got a graphic of that. No.
Haven't you? No. I said this one kind of snuck out. I was like, "What's this one?" Because it is to be given away, but it doesn't have the branding. What else we got there? We got Amazing Spider-Man. It's also a flip book. Well, not a flip book, but it's a multi-story book in there with the Infernal Hulk and Queen in Black. A preview for the Queen in Black series that's about to drop in the next month or so.
Let me show you a full screen graphic of that. I've got that. Yep.
Fantastic.
That does look nice.
Actually, the interior artwork looks
and check
really
it out.
good.
Comics Giveaway Day.
Yes, you see it better there on that image.
Gosh.
We've also got from Dark Horse, they've got Avatar along with Minecraft. There's a cool giveaway comic there.
Yep.
This is another one from Marvel, Avengers Armageddon. It's also a split book with X-Men, and that's a book, if you're a Marvel fan or an X-Men fan, or Avengers, you're going to want to make sure you pick that up on Free Comic Book Day, because that is like a lead-in to two big story arcs that are coming out from Marvel very soon. If you love Transformers and toys and cool stuff like that, then you want to pick up the Energon Universe 2026 special. This is a Free Comic Book Day. They're actually doing a printed version of this coming out in a few weeks, but this is the giveaway for a Comic Book Day version, and this has a preview for the brand new Mask series based on the toy line.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's going to be the focus of this book here. It's also got a little bit of Transformers and that in there, I believe, as well. It all ties into what they're calling their joint Energon universe.
Cool, man.
But actually, no, it looks like it's mainly just Mask. But anyway, you're going to want to pick that up if you like that. For the kids, Ginge. For the kids, Spidey and his amazing friends with Jeff the Land Shark. A very cool cartoony version of that. What are you laughing at? It's just character.
I just the cover here looks bloody.
It's fun. It's funny. Look, pop a big one up.
Yeah,
you
yep,
did.
Yep.
Okay, cool. This is not a kid's book. Please don't let your children pick this up. Something is Killing the Children: Road to Slaughter from Boom Studios. That is definitely adults. So don't let your kids pick that up, and we'll be doing our best to make sure that does not.
Yeah,
get into
maybe
the hands of
not.
kids. But something that is good for kids, Sonic the Hedgehog, another great one from IDW Comics. How cool is that? Everyone loves Sonic the Hedgehog, don't they? And DC and Sonic, this is a reprint of their crossover book from a year ago, because they've got a new series coming out, a sequel to this. So if you've never read it, you can pick this up. This is from DC Comics, the DC Universe / Sonic.
That's cool.
Power Rangers has got a new series coming out soon.
I did see this. This looks interesting, this cover.
Yeah, Power Rangers. That is going to be fantastic. That's from Boom Studios. If you're a Power Rangers fan, the nostalgia's big at the moment, isn't it? Hey, all the stuff that we all kind of grew up with. You and I didn't quite grow up with.
Yeah, my younger brother was a fan of the Power Rangers.
Yeah,
and
it kind of came out as we were.
Just after.
We were in late high school. We were too cool for.
We were. Look, I did go watch the movie at the cinema.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was it any good?
Look, I enjoyed it because they had computer animation of the robots. It wasn't just guys wearing costumes to look like robots, like Godzilla back in the day.
Okay, yeah. No,
and the costumes look cool because they weren't just this.
Like the concept of it. Of Power Rangers. I don't know, just...
And look, like as animated as you and I are, that's how we talk, by wobbling our head around.
I'll tell you one thing, I do remember that apparently the Pink Ranger was Kimberly or something like that.
Was it Amy Johnson?
Amy Jo Johnson, wasn't it?
Look.
Yeah, she was apparently very
I need to take a drink.
Okay, well, there you go. Not for the kids, Nice House by the Lake. This is a reprint from DC Comics of a great series. If you like things a little bit darker, that might be one for you to pick up on Free Comic Book Day. DC didn't do a lot of new comics this year, which is a little bit disappointing, but they have got DC Next Level. This gives you promos for Deathstroke, Lobo, and Batwoman. So that is available from DC for Free Comic Book Day. Once again, nostalgia factor. The movie's going to hit in a matter of weeks.
Yes.
He-Man, Masters of the Universe from Dark Horse Comics. Also, Dungeons and Dragons is the backup story. That's the Dark Horse, one of the Dark Horse offerings for Free Comic Book Day.
Put that aside to remind me to tell you a story.
Done. It's aside. Lock and Key. I loved this from IDW, by the way.
This has been around since year dot.
It has. It's been around for a bit, but I fucking love that series.
Put it back up.
That is a fantastic series. Lock and Key. That is from IDW.
Yep.
That's coming out. Now, this is a flip book. So you flip it either way, which I've just done that wrong.
Gem and holograms, as well as My Little Pony.
Okay, so that is great because there hasn't been a My Little Pony comic for a while. IDW.
Look, I wouldn't know. I haven't read.
You're not a brony?
Alleged, no. Look, can we move on, please?
You're not a brony.
Can we please move on?
Look, Boom Studios has now got the rights, the license for it. So Boom Studios are doing My Little Pony. Used to be at IDW, and this thing used to sell like hotcakes. We had, and no joke, we had a lot of bronies. Toowoomba has a decent brony subculture up here in that.
Can we move on, please?
Am I embarrassing you?
Look,
another one for the kids or the big kids like us, Garfield. Who doesn't love Garfield? That is a fantastic one from Boom Kids. So that's coming out. Flash. Flash Gordon from Mad Cave. This is fantastic. The artwork in this, have a quick flick through that while I just chat about it. The artwork in that series, and it's really underrated. I do not know why more people. We've got a handful of people who grab this.
What happened to the colours?
And this is a black and white, like an ashcan edition for Free Comic Book Day, but the artwork is absolutely stonking. Jesus, it's awesome.
It's detailed. Holy heck.
This is a sleeper one. So if we don't have it in stock, if it's not on shelf, there is a collector edition out for the earlier run from Mad Cave. Hit us up. We can always order it in for you because that is a fantastic looking book.
Oh, and the Phantom's at the back.
Yeah. Because there is. I'm going to talk about that. We've got a brand new Phantom one shot that just hit shelves today. I'm going to talk about that later in the show.
Hello.
And look, lucky last. This is definitely not kid-friendly.
Should I not put this up on screen?
No, you can put it... Well, put it up. Put it up. This is called Gun Honey. This is a series from Hard Case Crime from Titan Comics. It's an imprint over there. And look, this book, it looks TNA. It is TNA, but if you love crime stories, it's a fantastic read. The stories are great. The artwork is amazing. It's a little bit risque, Ginge. A little bit risque. There's a little bit of boob and butt in it. But
allegedly.
No, there's no alleged about it. They also do, and we do not get them here unless it's custom ordered. They do nude bagged variants, so like the cover, the character's completely nude on the cover and all this kind of thing.
I can't wait till I'm in a comic that's bagged.
As in rubbished by people, or actually just come in a...
Look, column A, column B.
Can't be shown on Queensland shelves.
Yeah.
Look, this book, though, honest to God, everyone who's read Gun Honey, who's been getting it through Kaboom, has raved about it. I've read an issue here and there and gone, I need to pick these up as graphic novels. I'm actually hoping they'll do compendiums one day or something like that. But they do a lot of mini-series where it's only like 4 issues long. Okay. So there's some great stuff. If this is an adult book, give it a try. I think you'll love it. It's Gun Honey from Titan Comics. That is a preview of what is going to be up for grabs this Saturday at Free Comic Book Day at your local comic book store, Kaboom Comics. If you're in Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, Perth, any other little regional place that's got a comic shop that's participating, go along, check it on out. I think All Star in Melbourne, great bunch of guys down there are doing something for Free Comic Book Day. King's Comics will be doing it in Sydney. The Comic Shop Liverpool in Sydney. Who else we got over there? Quality Comics over in Perth, I think, are doing something. Cool. The Pulp Fiction in Adelaide, Adelaide Comics Centre in the mall down there. Gamma Rays. There's a bunch of cool Greenlight Comics will probably be doing something down in Adelaide. So if you're in the southern states, there should be plenty of opportunities to go along and check out Free Comic Book Day. Alternate Worlds in Melbourne's another big one out in Bayswater. They will have, I think they've also got local Comic Creator Day tied in with it.
Cool.
I'm not 100% sure. You'd have to check their socials on that. But the guys down there, Pete and Joe at Alternate Worlds, lovely bunch of guys, by the way. And yeah, they'll be doing stuff for Free Comic Book Day as well. So make sure you go and support comic shops in your local area. If you're here in Toowoomba or in the Downs region, hell, we even get people who do drive up from the Gold Coast and Brisbane, the Sunny Coast to see us. Those people are always welcome. If you're watching the show tonight too, drive on down Saturday, make a day of it here in the Garden City. Plenty of cool stuff to check out and do. There's a Cobham Cove markets on too. They're fantastic. So there you go. Look, I should be getting paid by the local tourism board.
And to all those comic shops, as we always like to say to those people, we... Salute you.
That's right. And look, if they ever want to reach out for some promos they're doing that, just hit us up here at Kaboom or at Geek Speak, and we can always do shout-outs for any events you've got coming up in store and stuff like that.
Let you have a breather. We'll have some of the comments. Ooh. Bridget, we haven't seen you in forever.
Hello,
Bridget says, fingers crossed. Scott says, bangarang.
Bangarang.
Peter Brown says, Temu Free Comic Book Day. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Look, I just don't know about the branding. Look, maybe they'll grow it for comic giveaway day. Mm-hmm. What I'd ultimately like to see is maybe in the future if Penguin could, kind of calm the hell down and let Marvel and the other publishers join in for a comic book day. It'd be nice to have it all just under one banner again. Look, this is the first year doing this for these companies, and it's all new footing. It's a brand new world since Diamond went bankrupt a year ago. It's just a strange time in the comic industry. But yeah, let's wait and see. But yeah, I do like that. The Temu of Free Comic Book Day.
Scott says, Mondays don't like Garfield, but I think the feeling is mutual. Mm-hmm. And Laura says, oh my God, too many to choose from.
That's Kaboom Comics. Look, there is a limit on it per person. We are doing a store-wide sale as well. So we always say to people, come on down, hang on out. Have a chat with staff. Mrs. Kaboom will be on behind the counter along with me.
How much are you paying her?
Loves it. Hugs and kisses. Actually, she's running the shop tail end of next week for like 3 or 4 days. Because I am off on some much needed R&R up to beautiful, sunny, warm Townsville.
My gosh.
Yeah, yep. So this is like a mini break for me. I love it. And it's not business related at all. I get to go up and watch my football team, and they'll probably lose up there. But anyway.
Are you going to write it off on tax, though?
No.
By doing some research?
I should. Thanks, Ginge. And if Carmen, my accountant, if she's watching, ring me.
Give me some advice. This weekend is Toy Fair down in Brisbane on Sunday.
So you got Free Comic Book Day Saturday, and then you can go check out Toy Fair in Brisbane on Sunday. Yeah. Now, you've been to one of these?
I've been to a couple of these at Nathan, at the big netball courts down there next to the QE2 stadium. Yeah, down there. Yeah, I'm very tempted to go back again this year, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I did. Well, I had such a big week of going to Brisbane.
You always send me pictures of stuff, and you're like, I saw this, and I'm like, did you get it? And you're like, no, they wanted this on it. I'm like, dude, stop being a tight ass and buy yourself some cool toys.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm really only chasing like that 90s sort of era of action figures, you know?
You're after things like the action figures from... Kenner did the Shadow action figures, didn't they?
You know, like the Batman sort of... Batman Returns, Batman Forever sort of stuff.
I actually like... and I have a pretty good collection of them. Yeah, some classic Spawn stuff. But I have a pretty good collection of... Remember Legends of the Batman?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Look, there's some I am chasing. I picked up like 2 or 3 of them. We were in Tassie a few years ago in Hobart. We went to an awesome place. Don't know whether they're doing Free Comic Book Day down... I forgot Tasmania earlier. Just
Everyone
check it out.
Does.
Whether Dan Solo Comics in Hobart or Area 52 down in Hobart, if they are doing Free Comic Book Day, go along and support them. Both fantastic businesses. Dan Solo Comics, though, I could lay out so much cash in that place. It is like a little time warp from the 90s with some of the cool stuff they have in the early 2000s. It's just a cool retro comic shop, and I fucking love it. We need to go back down there soon, actually. The wife and I need to do a trip to Tassie, and I want to go back to Dan Solo Comics because I found like 3 mint on card Batman, Legends of Batman action figures down there at Dan Solo Comics. And I just couldn't bring them all back with me. He had some of the cool 90s Marvel action figures.
I'm certain you got the Nightwing with the big collar, didn't you? With the big
jacking off Nightwing. It's the funny. I've got it. Yeah, I've got a mint on card. I've got a loose one that I had since the 90s.
Don't say that.
No, because they all had arm actions or things.
And his is like this.
His is like this because it grips. I don't know why they always gave him like weird shooting gun things. But anyway, he had this thing on him. But his hand, if you don't have the weapon in his hand's doing this. Right, and everyone used to nickname it "Jack Off Nightwing," right, or "Jerking Off Nightwing," and.
Look, we've all got that action figure, but you really need to,
If you remind me next time, I will bring my raw unboxed one in if I can find it.
Is it not in your cabinet in the?
I don't think he's in there. No, he's I don't know.
Well, you wouldn't leave that figure in the bathroom by himself.
No, but it's a cool looking action figure. But that whole range, the like I said, the Spawn, the original early Spawn, and remember he did the movie Maniac ones.
Yes.
Oh, fuck, that was some amazing action figures. So when we go to things like toy fairs, or if I go to other shops around the country, or even the world, I'm always looking for cool stuff like that. Do you remember we went into a comics / collectible store in Santa Monica Pier.
Yes.
Our first ever trip
it was
to
like,
the States.
a real toy store, because there were some old toys there.
Do you remember they had the original Batmobile from... And we both ummed and it was the start of our trip, and we were like, it was our first time overseas. We both went, because they had like 2 or 3 of them. We could have had one each. And we went...
And I remember buying the 89 Batman figure.
Yeah.
Where his arms are sort of out like this.
Yeah. Yep.
And the cape you can clip
You bought
off.
something else that trip that I'm going to talk about in a second.
No, whoa. Hang on.
Do you remember we both went, we probably can't get that mint back in the box. They were in the box. And I regret it to this day that we didn't buy them. We talked each other out of it. But later in that same trip, this gentleman here...
Oh, shit.
Was it in Vegas? Did you go and buy it in Vegas?
I'm hoping this isn't what I'm thinking you're saying I bought.
Your Stay Puft Marshmallow
Oh, phew. I thought you said I was going to buy something else.
No.
While I was
we don't talk about that. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah, the little Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, who was also like this.
He was like this. But Ginge puts it in his bag, and we're going through security.
Of course I put it in my bag. That's how else I was going to get it back.
Was it McCarran in Vegas, or was it actually when we hit LAX coming back?
Oh, look, I don't know.
It was one of those airports.
And it was on the way back. It was on the way back.
Yeah. And I'm in one line going through.
Yeah.
And I've got baseball. I've got the Disney baseballs and the House of Blues baseball. Or something
Yes.
I bought those, and I've got them in my shirt. And the almost like, are they oranges? Because he's looking at the scanner. I'm like, no, they're baseballs. He's like, okay, go on through. Yeah. And Ginger's a line over from me, aren't you? And you got this massive, big African American woman, and she had the biggest, deepest lungs on her. It's pretty, it's noisy, but it's not that noisy.
She was a bit aggro to people, but
Ginge goes to go through, and next minute, across the thing, silence falls when she booms out, "Oh my God!"
And I swear to God, everyone turned.
Yeah,
and like
me too.
Homeland Security,
they've got their fingers on the guns, and she's like, "Oh my God!" And we're thinking, "Oh, what's he done?" He went white as a sheet, and she goes, "Is that Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in your bag?" And he's gone,
"Yeah."
She's like,
I have my hands up. Yeah, it is. She, oh my God! She was so happy and excited.
Take it out and look at it.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, she took it out. He's holding everyone else up.
Because on the radar, the X-ray, she could see this. Oh man.
I just thought it was so funny that he got pulled over for that, not the gigantic dildo that us other boys had put in his bag.
Hey, you're not allowed to say that.
I'll tell you what though, that was so many cool years ago. We need to do another trip to Vegas together, I reckon.
That was 2006.
2006.
How long ago? How long ago was that?
20 years ago. Oh my God, we did ours 20 years ago in September. Yes. Because we both turned 25 over there. It was such a cool...
Does that mean we turned 45?
We're 45 this year. Don't tell him, folks. Don't. He panics with his age. We got any comments there?
No.
No.
Yeah. Lord of the Ironbark.
Yep.
Going to toy show.
Yeah. So what'd you say? What's the location?
Nathan. So QE2 football stadium.
Yep.
So yeah.
I've been told not to do any accents. So I apologise for the accents I have done, and I am going to try and limit my accents.
Laura's asked, what's in those glasses?
Apparently, I'm not allowed to talk about the sex toys. No accents.
Pepsi.
And I got, for F's sake, stop. So, our moderator, who's off-site, is moderating. So thank you very much.
Bridget said, "Can Vegas cope with you too?" Look, it's survived a couple of our visits.
You've been there more often than me.
It is going down hills now.
Yeah, everyone says that. Everyone says, Torpedo Comics. You know, it's got the it is owned by the drummer of System of a Down, isn't it? I can't think of his name.
Was it System of a Down or like Green Day or what?
No. System of a Down, I'm pretty sure. The drummer, he's a massive comic geek. He has this story. He ended up branching out and opening another one in Orange County, I think. But it is like, it's got a vault, like done like a money vault, like Gotham City Bank vault built into it, where it's all high-end slabbed comics and stuff like that. Like it is just a most amazing store. And I only saw a couple of weeks ago, they made an announcement they are no longer retailing new release comics.
Really?
They've dropped them, yep. A lot of people are going, but that's my local comic shop in Vegas. Where do I go now? There's a ton of different comic shops in Vegas to choose from. But for a lot of people, that's where they were still going and getting their new release comics, and they're no longer doing that. So it was very surprising to see a shop like that going, we're out of we're not doing new releases anymore, just classic comics and slabbed comics and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's a strange market out there.
Scott says the captions are pretty insane. They're like spot on. So the teletext that's on the screen.
Oh, really?
It's getting everything that you're saying.
I always forget that there's a teletext on these things nowadays.
Peter said, yeah, Cusack is the netball arena there. Yep.
Ah, okay, cool. Yeah. So I don't know. I'll have to see what I'm doing Sunday. Maybe I'll go for a ride with you if you are going.
Talking about Masters of the Universe.
Yep.
I went into a toy shop down in Brisbane this week. Mm-hmm. And all the old retro Masters of the Universe action figures. This was Mount Albany.
Oh, really? There's a retro toy shop there?
There was it was just a regular Toy World toy shop there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So they're brand new retro toys, but so all Masters of the Universe. But then there's a crossover Masters of the Universe / Transformers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So He-Man is wearing the Optimus Prime helmet and armor, and I'm like, huh. Look, I didn't buy it.
Oh, I was going to say, I bet you were tempted.
It was,
Is Mel at home going, oh, thank God he didn't buy another action figure?
Like maybe I could have snuck it onto the shelf, but I'm just saying I didn't buy it.
You know what I ordered for myself the other day?
Oh, gosh.
McFarlane's DC Direct just did another awesome Azrael Batman.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I've just ordered myself one of those. And I got in the other week. It's out in the back room. I can't go and grab it now. But I don't know how I missed it the first go around. And I was doing orders for everyone else for pop finals and stuff for our customers. And it just popped up and I went, how did I miss the Azrael Batman pop final?
Whoa.
Yeah, so I bought one for myself. And if you guys want one, hit us up and I'll get you one in. Because we don't do a lot of pops on shelf anymore.
Yep.
They got oversaturated and the market has just dropped.
And that company is starting to look a bit shaky as well.
Yeah, no, they've had some financial troubles. But as a market, talking to other retailers I know who still sell Funkos, and I'm like, how are your sales for the Funkos? They're just like, in the toilet. So they used to say, like, if you buy a box of, say, one particular Funko Pop, they come as a box of 6 if you buy a whole box, right? Mm-hmm. And some stores, even locally here, used to buy like a whole box of 6. Or they get allocated, like the local Zing and that would get allocated a box of 6 for that character, a box of 6 for that character.
Right.
No, they're lucky to get one now, maybe 2 deep. They're like, no, we don't get whole boxes anymore because the company's just gone, they are not moving enough.
Holy moly.
Yeah, so... Yeah, and it's, locally, I know here, I don't know whether it's the same around other parts of Australia, but locally here, go and check Facebook Marketplace.
Yes.
There are tons of people selling off their Funko Pop collection, whole collections.
Yes.
Yeah. I've had people ringing me all the time, do you buy Funko Pops? No, sorry, we don't. Yeah, so... You're good. You're taking a moment.
I was going, I could make some money.
Can I do just a little bit of sad news?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it in the middle of the show, because then I'll bring you back up with some cool stuff later on, right?
Sure you will.
Yeah, this is my plan. No, seriously, sad news. Yesterday? Yesterday. Yeah. That legendary comic book writer, Jerry Conway, he co-created The Punisher and Ms. Marvel, amongst a heap of other things that he did, passed away, sadly, at 73 years of age. He co-created characters such as The Punisher, the first Ms. Marvel, Jason Todd, and Power Girl during his tenure at both Marvel and DC. He was a former Marvel editor-in-chief. He penned stories for many of the company's major superheroes over the course of his career, but he's best perhaps known for his contributions related to Spider-Man. Born in Brooklyn on September 10th, 1952, Jerry was a lifelong superhero comic book fan who broke into the industry as a teenager, which you could do back then. It was easier to break in as a
little
teenager.
Bit easier, yeah.
He got his start writing short stories in horror and fantasy comic anthologies for DC and Marvel. Before long, he was writing full superhero comics stories for Marvel. He had stints on titles such as Daredevil, Iron Man, Fantastic Four, Thor, Defenders, and Avengers. I mean, all the big hitters. And he succeeded Stan Lee as the series writer in the 1970s on Spider-Man, and his run included the famous The Night Gwen Stacy Died story, which was the seminal storyline that saw the Green Goblin kill Gwen Stacy, Peter Parker's then-girlfriend, after discovering the web-slinger's identity. And that was a controversial story at the time. Still gets brought up by comic fans today as something that a lot of them are still pissed off that happened. So, also on his time on Amazing Spider-Man, he introduced the vigilante anti-hero Punisher, also known as Frank Castle, whom he co-created with artists John Romita Sr. and Ross Andrew. In addition to writing the character's first appearance, Jerry also provided Castle's origin story in a 1975 issue of Marvel Preview. Other comic characters he helped co-create at Marvel at the time were the supervillain The Jackal and Peter Parker's clone, Ben Reilly, which we all know also from the Clone Saga of the 90s, okay? He also co-created a number of characters with various artists during his time over at DC Comics, because he worked for both companies.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah, he created or co-created heroes such as Firestorm, Steel, Vixen. He also helped introduce the Batman villain Killer Croc, as well as Jason Todd, the young man who would succeed Dick Grayson as Batman's sidekick Robin. So we owe a lot to legendary creators like Jerry Conway, and it's just sad news to hear about that this week. So rest in peace, Jerry Conway.
Is it really his fault though for the Steel movie though with Shaquille O'Neal?
No.
Don't blame him for that.
No.
Look,
no one blames anyone for that movie apart from Shaquille O'Neal. And another sad little bit of news as well, because I love this guy's artwork.
Yep.
And he's a legendary cover artist, does mainly covers nowadays. Adam Hughes, age 58. I thought he was younger than that. But
a lot younger than that.
He's 58 years of age, and last week we found out the terrible news that he's battling currently stage 3 cancer, so colorectal cancer. So Hughes' wife Alison explained online that her husband was recently admitted to hospital where doctors removed a large mass from his lower gastrointestinal tract, which was then verified as being cancer, sadly. So stage 3 cancer is when the tumour's grown into other surrounding things. He's undergoing treatment. Luckily it's not stage 4, because that's when they go, it's through your whole body.
Done.
But what has happened, because he's battling that, it's going to really knock him around. He's cancelled all upcoming appearances, rightly so, at all comic conventions, signings, everything else, while he battles and gets his health on track. So wishing him all the best luck, because he's a legendary artist, and apparently, I've never met him, but anyone who has met him at conventions said he's just such a lovely guy. You got any of your artwork there to quickly show? I think I gave you, that one there. Like, check out his check out that. Like, he just draws the DC girls and the Marvel girls so amazingly.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
he knows what he's doing.
Great artist, and so we wish him all the best in his battle ahead with his health. So there you go. Now, you wanted to talk you got some movie stuff or anything?
Look, you asked me, had I watched any? I've not been to the cinema in so long. Like, really? The last time I was at the cinema was Nosferatu.
Really?
I went and watched that.
Was it good?
Look, it was interesting.
Yeah,
it was interesting. But I've not been enticed back to the cinema since.
No, our last cinema outing was Project Hail Mary, because Danny's a massive fan of the book and the audio book, and I've done the audio book. Really enjoyed it. Same guy who did The Martian.
Yes.
Yeah. And Ryan Gosling was obviously cast to play the main character in Project Hail Mary, so we went along to a special early screening.
Who played The Rock?
A puppet.
The Rock played The Rock?
Rocky, the little alien. 8 puppeteers to animate him, navigate him, whatever else. To do this. Yeah. 8.
Okay.
8 people, yeah.
You and I could have just done that.
The lead puppeteer, I guess you'd say, I think also does his voice.
Okay.
So, but look, I love...
speak English?
No, there's through translations. So you're going to have to go and watch it.
Why is it called Project Hail Mary?
I'm not going to tell you.
Has it got something to do with the football pass?
No.
A Hail Mary, like your last chance?
Well, it is about a last chance for humanity.
Okay.
To try and stop something catastrophic happening.
So it's like throwing a Hail Mary pass.
Yes.
It's your last chance of...
Yeah, this is their last chance, hence the Project Hail Mary.
Right. So it's not religious.
Mrs. Kaboom is going to be slapping you.
So it's not a religious thing?
No. No.
Right.
But anyway, really enjoyed it. A lot of people already coming out saying possibly movie of the year. So if this thing doesn't get an Oscar nomination, then hey, the Oscars are rigged.
Peter said Project Hail Mary really hits. Seen it twice in the cinema.
Have you? Twice?
Really?
Oh, Mrs. Kaboom is wanting to go back and watch it again. I know that. Her mum may have actually said to us the other night she was watching a copy. A copy somewhere on there. So, yeah. We'll have to track one down for my darling wife.
Scott said Patrick Muldoon died recently. He's the bloke from Starship Troopers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I did see that. Yeah.
Nicholas Brandon.
Yes.
Xander from Buffy also passed away.
Which is really strange because only a couple of days later watched a movie called Coherence.
Was he in that?
So what it is, it was real low budget. It's the guy that helped write the original Pirates of the Caribbean movies and Rango and all the movies that director did. So this writer went, look, I want to do a movie because this was around the a period where you couldn't get anything made. I guess it's no different now. But what he did was he just wrote down some bullet points, and he stole our idea, where our idea was just to get a couple of people together, say this is the basic plot. Okay, just make it up and
make it up on the spot.
We'll just make a feature film. So that's what they did over 4 nights. They just went, righto, for this period of time, this stuff happens during the night. So they just filmed it. Yeah. And then they chopped it all together and made a feature film, and there's no script. It's just them making it up.
Really?
And it's the plot of it is that there's a comet going over that night.
Yep.
And it's messing with phone communications and stuff. All of a sudden, the power goes out, and they go out, and it's almost like it's a Twilight Zone type thing.
Yeah.
Where their house, they walk out, but then they see a house exactly the same. And they walk up to it, and it's them inside that house. But it's almost like a time loop, groundhog thing. Where it's interesting.
I'd check that out.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Actually, I was going to say to you, we were talking earlier about Citadel. So
the TV show Citadel,
I forgot it was a TV show. I saw this trailer pop up, and I watched this trailer, and it was Stanley Tucci in it. And he's kicking ass.
He's kicking ass. He's shooting. He's not taking names.
No. I tell you what, I'm like, God, is this such a cool?
A little bit different from The Devil Wears Prada
it's so
character.
Good to have another ball-headed guy out there as an action star. Apart from Jason Statham, he gives hope to us ball-headed guys. Anyway, I got to the end of it, and it was like, new season. And I went, new season? What the hell? So I sent it to Danny, and she's like, hell yeah, that looks good. And I went home, and I went, apparently it's a TV show. She goes, is it? So we looked it up. And up comes Citadel, and we went, straight away, we watched the first episode of that and stopped. Why?
Yeah.
And we couldn't remember why.
I remember watching the first episode and just thought, this is nothing.
So I put it back on. We rewatched episode 1, 2, 3, 4. We're up to episode 4, and I'm loving it.
Okay.
And I'm like, why did we stop watching this? It's a great... If you're into spy stuff and all that, and heaps of action and explosions and intrigue, and Stanley Tucci killing people. It's the guy who played Robb Stark in Game of Thrones. Is in there. And also, and I learnt last night, I cannot pronounce her name, but she's the wife of one of the Jonas brothers. She plays the other female spy.
Yes.
Because I don't know who the Jonas brothers are, but my wife does. So she had to explain that to me. But anyway, Citadel Season 2, if you haven't watched Season 1, go back and watch it. It's on Prime, and it looks really good. But the way the trailer came out, I'm like... It was done like a movie trailer.
It does look like a movie trailer, yeah.
But it also was cut to be rather funny, because it's got Matt Berry in it, Season 2, right?
Yes.
And I'm sitting there watching Season 1, going through it, and I'm going, this isn't necessarily funny. There's not a lot of humour in this. And I'm like, are they going to make Season 2 funnier? Why else would you cast someone like Matt Berry?
Maybe they needed a little bit of humour in it.
Maybe.
The first one was so...
Maybe. There's also 2 spin-out series. Focusing on other agents from Citadel.
I think I remember watching the first episode of Citadel with there's some sort of train explosion gunfight.
Yeah.
And I thought, this is what the Matrix 4 should have been, because there's a fight on a train with an...
Yeah.
And there was no cool camera moves. But in Citadel, there's like a big
they also
Matrix
have,
move or
at
something.
the start of each episode, it kind of starts out with the image upside down and the camera's coming in.
They're just stealing Yahoo Serious' stick from Reckless Kelly.
I knew he was going to say that.
Come on.
Your boy, Yahoo.
Yes.
Anyway, Citadel, looking really good. So I'm rewatching Season 1, the wife and I recommend it. So, and Season 2 looks really good, the trailer.
Bridget says, got tickets to How to Train Your Dragon in concert.
Ooh, very cool.
And also aiming to see Labyrinth in concert in Brisbane. Hey, that's cool.
Nice. You and I were a bit pissed off that Back to the Future, the musical, got canned for Queensland.
Look, it's been canned, like... Australia-wide now.
It's still not showing in Melbourne?
I think they might have canned it already.
You and I were going to go. I was going to finally drag this fellow along to the theatre because...
Get me cultured and stuff.
He's not very cultured out here, Ginge. We try to go to the theatre once a year, Danny and I. Like, we've done Wicked.
I see Beetlejuice is in Brisbane.
I'd like to go to Beetlejuice. Yeah. I'm not sure whether that one is for Danny.
Look,
we do the Harry Potter things at QPAC and things like that. But yeah, they're all over now.
Beetlejuice has got a beard, so would that attract you more?
You just said it twice. Don't say it the third time or you'll what are you saying? I could play...
I'm just saying.
You know I never watched the second movie.
Look.
Good? Bad? Tell us what you thought if you watched Beetlejuice 2. Put it in the comments.
It was an interesting endeavour.
Really?
It was an interesting outing.
Okay.
Look, I'm glad it wasn't Beetlejuice Goes Hawaii, the original idea that they had.
Yeah.
Because I remember them saying that Warner Brothers went, well, we're going to make a sequel with or without you. So old Tim come up with his idea, Beetlejuice Goes Hawaii, and it was going to be like...
It's just to kill the franchise.
It was like Beetlejuice wearing the board shorts, like Batman in the 60s.
Oh, no.
Surfing.
Oh, that would have been hideous. Speaking of that...
Scott just said, hated it.
Oh, okay. Really? That bad, Scott? Okay. Maybe I won't bother watching it then. I have a thing for Winona Ryder, though. Always have.
Yeah, she's in
it. Yeah. I liked her in Stranger. I still thought she was still hot in Stranger Things. Speaking of that, there's a Stranger Things animated, 10-episode animated thing.
Yeah, by an Australian company.
Yeah, a little promo popped up when I was scrolling through last night. I turned to Jenny and said, I think we're going to have to watch that the next week or so.
And that's the same company that is doing the Netflix animated Ghostbusters series as well.
Then it looks good. It looks good. So I can't wait to see what they do with Ghostbusters then. But yeah, we're going to sit and watch that. If you've watched it, tell me below. The Stranger Things animated little series on Netflix. Is it good? Give it a thumbs up. Or what's the one for Cranky? Give us Cranky Face if it's crap. Thumbs up or Cranky Face if it's... Because they haven't done a thumbs down yet, have they?
No, but Laura just said Beetlejuice 2 was blah. Some great moments from the great Catherine O'Hara, but... That's about it.
Sadly, she passed away not long ago too.
Scott said, I'm still contemplating going back to the cinemas and asking for a refund.
What's next at the cinemas? Supergirl. Oh, no. He-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, He-Man. We're going to go and see that. Do you want to come to that? We'll do a double date night with our ladies.
Right. It might just be me.
Oh, Mel's not keen?
Look, I remember
I don't know whether Danny is, but I just said to her, when it came out and we watched the trailer, I went, you're coming to that? We're making a date night. And I think she might have gone, really?
I think, I sat her down and showed her the trailer and she went, yeah.
And you just got the whole, kind of look?
Honestly, she said, it looks like AI. And I went, yeah, AI in the best possible way. It looks like you and I made an AI trailer of how we would envision the movie.
Yeah.
And I'm all for it.
Mate, it's got a comic shop in it. The fact he walks into like a comic and collectible store, I'm like, I'm there. I want to see that on the big screen. I want to steal ideas from them.
I want to see their shop fittings and go, ooh, I should put that in my shop.
But we are going to go and see that. And then Supergirl. Is another June for Supergirl.
We're
going to go watch it. Mate, I'm keen to see Momoa as Lobo.
Yeah,
I'm keen.
It's interesting that old Gunn has not directed this movie, and yet it looks like the most Gunn movie that's ever been made.
Actually, speaking of DC, right, or Warner Brothers in general, right? I didn't know. You had to fill me in on this about a particular movie coming out. I saw the trailer and went, oh, that's cool. I think I messaged you. I said to you last week at footy, I went, you should see the trailer. Did you watch the trailer for blah, blah? You're like, yeah, dude, that's the one that they buried. And I went, what? The whole Wile E. Coyote versus Acme.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, back when the Batgirl movie got buried.
I didn't know or couldn't remember that was a thing. So you got a poster there.
Yeah.
Yeah, whichever way it's going. Did you cover me up? Anyway, that trailer looked really good, and you were like, "Yeah, that's the movie they buried. They got a tax credit for it, or whatever, and got rid of it." And now another company has essentially bought it off Warner Brothers, haven't they?
Yes.
So if they bought it, so Warner Brothers, as I said, we're not releasing it. Got their tax credit. This other company's gone, we'll buy it. We will release it. And they can make money off it. So Warner Brothers is kind of double dipped. They sold the movie, got a tax credit for cancelling it, sold it, and now another company's going to release it.
And it's interesting because Warner Brothers, the people that put it together said, right, we'll buy it off you. Yeah. And Warner Brothers went, or they said, we'll buy it off you for how much you spent making it. Went, no.
More.
If you're going to buy it, you got to pay more than. Yeah, we want to make some money out of this thing. And holy heck!
Yeah, that's how Hollywood works. That's how business works. But anyway, you shouldn't be surprised by this. So it
looks interesting.
It's coming out. It looks fantastic. It's got a whole bunch of other Looney Tunes characters in there. So I'm keen. I'm going to watch that. Actually, I was just going to go somewhere when we were saying about how that worked. Now it's gone. Oh no, I was going to say the Batman, which I didn't dig, the animated series that Amazon bought out.
Oh yeah. The Bruce Timm.
The Bruce Timm thing, right? Yeah. That's what happened there. So DC were making a Warner Brothers animation, and then the chop
they
comes
turned
down.
around and went, "Oh, we don't know about this."
And so they said, "Well, we'll sell it, and whoever buys it, if they want to finish it, they can." So that's when Amazon stepped up. They bought it off Warner Brothers, and Amazon paid to finish it.
Yep.
And they probably shouldn't have, because I thought it was actually rather crap. But anyway, it's getting a second season.
All the concept art for it looked pretty cool. But then
you had what's his name? Ed Brubaker was on the show.
Everyone from the original come back almost.
Yeah, but these are comic writers. Greg Rucka, Ed Brubaker, they were like helping write episodes and developing stuff. And I was like, this should be really good. And then it's just, I did not enjoy it. And even the opening, how like the original Batman animated series had that amazing opening. And the first episode, the opening happens, and I was like, man, that's a letdown. There was no like, I didn't mean for them to mimic it. I'll just go, here, we're just going to use the old opening. I'm like, but make it worthwhile. Yeah. And I just felt it didn't. That one really disappointed me. Any comments there?
Yeah. Peter said we'll be watching He-Man and Supergirl.
Yep.
Keen for Supergirl, actually. Like the difference they are making with it.
Yep, same.
And then Katie said, I'll be there with you, Peter.
Ah, cool. Very, very cool. Now, can I talk some comic stuff? Or you got something else to show me?
No, yeah.
No, have you got something else?
No.
Oh, okay. I was wondering whether you were stretching then.
No.
Okay. New releases that just landed on our shelves this week, today actually.
Okay.
And I just had to show some of these off. There's a brand new Star Wars series from Marvel Comics, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, Echoes of the Empire. Can you see that? How freaking cool does that look? Bit of Luke in there. And look, I've just got it if I can find it. Can you guys see that?
Schnickety schnick.
How's that for a splash page? Luke versus Boba Fett. That is just freaking awesome. That is brand new this week. Event Horizon Inferno, first issue of a new limited series.
And this is what all the comic outlets were going, hey, Event Horizon is going to get a sequel. And you're like, yeah, a comic book sequel.
Yeah, well, that was the series that came out late last year, early this year that it finished off. And look, we sold tons of it around Australia. We had so many mail orders. This one snuck under the radar, and no one had really ordered heavy on it. We did. We've got a bunch for shelf. So if you missed out, go online on our website and order a copy today. That is going to be another limited series. The one we've all waited for. We missed this last month because we didn't do a show, but there was Superman, Spider-Man, the next big DC Marvel team up, right? Came out. Fantastic. Tons of cool covers. It sold out. Now it's the Marvel's answer. It's Spider-Man versus Superman. That just dropped today as well. We've got tons of cool variant covers available. Go and check out the New This Week tab on the website or pop in store. And look, they are already starting to fly out pretty quick. That is fantastic. A bunch of short stories in there. Some great artwork. You've got Spider-Man Noir versus Superman, like the old classic 40s looking Superman.
Cool.
Gwen Stacy and Lana Lang. Mysterio versus Superman featuring The Thing, Hobgoblin versus Steel, Ghost Spider and Supergirl, Miles Morales and a different Superman, Symbiotes versus Metropolis, or Symbiotes in Metropolis, and of course another Superman and Spider-Man mini story in there as well. Bunch of different creators, artists. It's fantastic. Pick it on up. That's a really good one. For the Phantom fans, I said I was going to mention something about Phantom.
Yes.
Brand new one-shot special called The Phantom and versus the Skyband. Check out that cover. I'll try and get my big fat fingers off it. Can you see that there?
That looks cool, man. That looks very cool.
The interior art looks really good. That is a one-shot. If you're a Phantom fan, full colour, American company doing the Phantom, Mad Cave Studios. You can buy that if you've got a dad, a granddad, an uncle, or whatever, who is a Phantom fan. Grab a copy of this now before it sells out and put it away for Father's Day, Christmas, whatever, because people always come in looking for Phantom stuff for those significant days. The interior artwork looks amazing. We've also got a variant cover available. I didn't bring it over to the...
that is nice.
It's good, isn't it?
It is nice.
If you're a Phantom fan, you want that.
Probably not as nice as something else you're about to show us.
And I know he's going to make a mess on the table here. This awesome collection, Rocketeer Thrills, Spills and Chills from IDW. That is a little mini compendium collecting so much of the classic stuff from Dave Stevens. So in here, if I can really quickly read it, there are 24 short stories to continue where the original comics left off. You've got Darwin Cook, Dave Gibbons, Mark Guggenheim, Kurt Busiek, Walter Simonson, Bruce Timm, Stan Sakai, John Byrne, Matt Wagner, and more, all doing Rocketeer stories in Thrills, Spills, and Chills. This fantastic little omnibus from IDW that is available through Kaboom Comics. We've also got Retro Biker Mice from Mars Volume 1.
Yeah.
Right? And I've got to be honest, this is from Oni and Nacelverse Comics. And look, the artwork, very cartoony.
It's
very
the original,
much like
the cartoon.
It looks freaking awesome.
And it's interesting because Ryan Reynolds apparently has the film rights for Biker Mice from Mars.
Does he?
And look, it's either a joke or it's serious.
Okay.
And I'm for it.
Yep.
Look, I enjoyed the cartoon as a kid.
Look, you might want to pick up the graphic novel then. Available now at your local comic book store. For the Disney Duck fans, this is actually rather cool. Written by Jason Aaron. Uncle Scrooge, Earth's Mightiest Duck. And look, this is you should see the artwork on this. This is just classic, awesome-looking Disney art style there. How cool does that look? This was a mini-series that Marvel released. They've now got a collected edition of it. Some fantastic artists in there. And look, it is great. If you're a Donald Duck, like a Uncle Scrooge or a Disney Duck fan, you're going to want to pick this up. It's a fantastic graphic novel. And Ginge, I have left one of the best till last.
Look! Let the anticipation build, because this is heavy. This is oversized. This is heavy. Chunky. It's large. It's going to take two hands to hold it up.
Yeah, it does. This is the IDW Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Compendium Volume 1.
Look, turn it sideways.
Look at that chunky thing. Look at it. That is the first 50 issues of the IDW Turtles run, the original Turtles run from IDW. This thing is, look, it is so popular, this series. It's been in and out of print, the early volumes. It's freaking hard to get hold of them. And there's a whole bunch of different, like each volume only collected 6 issues or something like that. This is volume 1 of the compendium. It is issues 1 to 50, I believe. Yeah, somewhere on there told me that. Yeah, it has the first 50 issues of the series collected into that graphic novel. That is fantastic. Look how chunky that is.
Scott said, ooh. And then Peter went, whoa.
Yeah, it's a workout. Don't read this in bed, because if you're laying down with this above your head and you drift off, you will break your nose or take out an eye. So read responsibly. But that is fantastic. We've got a couple of copies of this in store because I know this thing is going to be super popular. It is chunky. It's actually it's rather well priced, $145 for those first 50 issues. So that is incredible value. That's a lot of reading. That is available right now at your local comic book store, Kaboom Comics Australia, where we record Geek Speak Live.
Laura said, that's freaking huge.
It is.
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
Scott said, KO.
That's what I'm showing you this week. That was our new releases. I'm done. That's everything I have to do.
It's interesting that you should mention The Rocketeer, because just today they were doing a anniversary screening of The Rocketeer in Hollywood itself.
Shit, really?
Up at the Griffith Observatory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you wish you were there.
I saw some footage of people up there. They had different memorabilia from the movie, and yeah, it would have been pretty incredible.
Oh, very cool. Oh, imagine if we were over there. Maybe, hey, it's been 20 years since we did our first America trip. I don't think I'm game to go back to America right now with the way things are.
Yeah.
Steer clear of it.
Look,
anyway,
I'd love to go back, but
have you got any geeky plans apart from maybe Toy Fair?
No, to be honest.
You were going to do?
Yeah, no, not to be honest.
We're actually weighing up our options just loosely at the moment. I keep saying the last couple of years, I'm like, God, I really want to go to Singapore Comic Con.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks because it's the beginning of December. It's like the 4th and 5th of December or something.
Almost the most busiest time for you.
It really
leading
is.
Up to Christmas.
And my darling Danny doesn't really love really hot locations, and Singapore at that time of year is going to be pretty hot and wet and muggy. But I'm really weighing it up because let's say at your average convention here in Australia, say Supernova or I don't know whether Oz Comic Con's even a thing anymore, you're lucky to get, say, 2 comic-related artists, like overseas artists. Mm-hmm. They have a bunch of the local guys like Tom Taylor and David Yarden and stuff like that. And they're great draw cards. But they're at every show, and people go, yeah, why can't we get the likes of and we have had Todd McFarlane previously, Mark Bagley, Dave Gibbons, yes. Carlos Pachenko, like we've had some Michael Bryan. We actually went out, we interviewed, and then we caught up with Brian Michael Bendis on the Gold Coast.
Yeah. He was a good dude.
Yeah, he's a very cool dude. We've met some amazing people.
He had a good haircut too.
Shane Davis, so many cool people. But they've, in the last, I don't know, probably the last 10 years, it's become an afterthought to Supernova to get the cool comic guys. And you're lucky to get 1 or 2 per show. And you're like, it's a lot of money, especially if it's an out-of-town con where you've got to pay for accommodation or flights or whatever else. And you go, yeah, I'd like to go and see that artist, but it's a lot to go for one artist.
Yes.
Singapore Comic Con you read the list of who was there last year, and you're like, oh my God, they had like Glenn Fabry, right? The guy who did all the covers for Preacher. Simon Bisley, right? You had a whole bunch of amazing cover artists, Simone DeMeo, DNA, David Nakamura. You had so many other father and son, Jacob Phillips and Sean Phillips. Ed Brubaker was there. The list just goes on, and you're reading through it going, I would be broke as. How am I going to fit all the signed stuff in my suitcase to come home? But that's Singapore Comic Con every single year.
Yep.
So we are really like weighing up our options and going, do we look at it? And I have had a few customers say to me in previous years, they're like, we should one day maybe try and organise a group trip for a bunch of kaboomas or something like that, and go, who would be interested in going over? Because literally, Singapore's one of them places, it's a couple of days. You fly in, have a day around looking around, do the convention, another day, and then you fly home. So you can whack it into about 4.5 days.
Right.
And multiple people who've been to Singapore have like, yeah, that's a cool plan. So, because there's also Universal Studios, there's a Tintin museum, there's a new Harry Potter big exhibit.
Okay.
There is a massive indoor go-karting complex near Universal, which is like multi-level where you're actually driving up levels and all this kind of thing on go-karts. Cool. XM Studios are based over there. There's a whole bunch of comic shops across Singapore that all deal in, obviously, Western comics. So, did I mention the Tintin Museum?
You did.
Yeah. There's also a toy museum there. So there's in a very small kind of condensed area, there's a lot of cool geeky stuff to do. So maybe just, if you're ever interested in, and we're putting it out there, if anyone ever wants to look at maybe being part of a group trip or something like that, let us know. Just show a bit of interest. Not saying it's going to happen, but just saying we're putting the feelers out and just gaining, garnering a little bit of interest and seeing what's going on.
Katie said, oh wow, that would be epic. I lived in Singapore when I was a kid. Loved it.
Yeah. A lot of people who've travelled or lived over there for work and that have gone, fantastic geek culture over there. So
Pete says, Tintin Museum, that would be great.
Yeah, sadly the DC Comics Cafe closed a couple of years ago. There was a whole cafe dedicated to just, and the item menus and everything were, menu items I should say, were all named after DC characters and stuff like that. But it did actually close, I think just after COVID or something like that, yeah. So, but there's so much cool stuff to do there. And like I said, the comic convention itself, name after name after name after name of amazing creators, artists, writers, whatever else. So you'd be spending some dollars there buying cool stuff, I reckon. What else you got for me?
Oh, look, I'm just out in the ether thing, adding sums, minusing.
Would it be something up your alley? You reckon you go?
I don't know.
Yeah?
I don't know. I think I've let my passport lapse.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
We actually renewed ours. When did we renew ours? Last year, because we were meant to travel last year. And then, sadly my mum passed away, so that put a stop on all our travel last year, so we didn't do it. But both of us had gone and renewed our passports together, because Danny had let hers lapse. Right. And so we went, right, we're going to do them together. And that way, if they run out again, we run out together. Time. So we got them in sync. We have now got the dearest passports in the world, Australia, which really, really sucks. And then we were planning to do an overseas trip this year to the UK, and that is not looking good with the way the world is. So we've gone, how about we travel somewhere closer? So we're weighing up somewhere like Singapore. But
interesting.
December, it's just a tough one, I tell you.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but anyway, get your passport back, and then maybe we could do a trip.
We'll go to Vegas again.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of. I always watch a lot of Vegas vlogs and blogs about what's happening over there, and every buffet has pretty much gone except for the one in Excalibur.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the one we went to?
Luxor.
Yeah, it's gone.
It has only just shut down in the last couple of months.
Really?
And
we made a rookie mistake. Yeah. Our first trip there, we were like, we're going to do the buffet, we're going to do that. We went in, and the first thing we ate was pizza.
Pizza?
Yeah. And it hit our stomach, and we wasted our buffet.
Non-delicious filler.
It was good pizza, don't get me wrong.
Look,
But you ate like 2 slices of pizza, and then you went, I'm full.
And it was amazing, just the way it looked,
Is House of Blues still there?
It is still there, yep.
Oh, we had a couple of good nights at the House of Blues.
I was going to mention to you, however, remember the foundation room?
Yes.
In Vegas, they've got a foundation room that is up a few stories above where the House of Blues is. It's now changing to different ownership.
Oh.
Yeah, it's going to be called the Vinyl Room.
We were never cool enough to be able to get access to the foundation room.
Not in Vegas.
Not in Vegas. Actually, we did get invited to the foundation room.
In LA, remember?
In LA, we did.
It was someone's birthday.
So my birthday was at Anaheim, House of Blues. Your birthday, a couple of days later, was at the Sunset Strip, House of Blues. And we were there, and they're like, "Oh, where you guys from?" And we're like, "Australia." And they're like, "Oh, you want to come into the foundation room?" We're like, "Yes!" And
we want to go to the VIP room.
They put us in a lift and sent us up in there, didn't they? Yeah.
It was interesting. But we got up there, there was like us and maybe 3 other people, because it was like...
There's no celebrities.
It was like 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, we're there early, and that's why they let us in there, the bastards. Because we're like, we're waiting for the doors to open and it'd just be like celebrity skin to skin in there. We're like, Dan Aykroyd will be there playing his harmonica with Jim Belushi. We walk in and there's like us and about 3 others and a barmaid. And we're like...
What's going on?
At least we've been there.
And then they said... what are you doing here? And then we had to name drop the bouncer downstairs.
Yeah, but we had bands.
We were all trying to think, such and such sent us up here. What was his name? Leroy said to come up here. Oh, okay. Yeah. And then they gave us the... That's okay then.
It was a good night.
We knew someone.
Yeah, we knew someone. But yeah, that was a good time. We're reminiscing now.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, sorry, ladies and gentlemen at home watching the stream.
We hope you've had a fantastic time. We hope you've enjoyed the show, and we will be trying to be back next month.
I'm sorry I got sick.
Look, it happens, buddy. It happens. It was a testing time. But anyway, Free Comic Book Day. Make sure you come on down, say hello, support your local comic book store, Kaboom Comics Australia, located here in the beautiful Garden City. If you're in Brisbane, if you're in Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, Perth, any of those other smaller cities around Australia that have comic shops that are doing it, go and support them, and make sure you support your local comic shops so that they don't close, because we have got another one closing in Australia, closing their doors. Comics and Games Entertainment down in Maitland are going online only and doing conventions. They're shutting their physical location next month, I think. Sad to see, because they've got a great reputation. So we don't want more of that. We want more places opening, or you supporting the ones that are already there. So make sure you go and support your local comic book store. Ginge, thank you for such an awesome show. Ladies and gentlemen, my co-hostess with the mostest.
Wake Ups on Pots and Pans. Thanks very much for tuning in.
I've been your host, Todd Bailey. We hope you've enjoyed the show. See you next time here on Geek Speak Live.
Bye.